I was in a band.
I was in a marching band.
Welcome to NightBlog.
Greetings, fellow stargazers. We gotta actually greet them.
Nah.
They're
not watching.
They're not watching.
Let's be honest.
We have 37 of you from last week.
And we love each and every 36 of you. There's at least one guaranteed we won't like. I mean, by rules of
I do like
people.
The guy from Tennessee. He's a nice guy.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's been tweeting.
On Twitter. He watches all of our episodes. Thank you.
I'm down with him.
Yeah. So when we were in a band, yours marched.
Yes.
Which that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ours was stationary, and so like.
Well, like what you mean on a stage, or were you part of?
So it was even.
What kind of band? Let's define your band.
Okay.
First.
Well, no. This is before I was in a band.
Okay.
I was in the band, the high school band.
Okay.
So we would go to like the mall. Like the mall. We had an old mall here that now is decrepit. It's torn down.
It's just a parking lot.
Yeah, there's nothing.
You can't even park in it.
Back when we were in band, we would actually get half a day off of school to go play a concert. That's a broad term in this case.
That is a very broad term.
We went in the morning, and we go in the middle. You remember where the fountain used to be? It was like kind of like a little down. It was almost stadium seating style.
That's where my grandmother told me the dangers of that specific mall, and the gangs like to hang out there and kill people.
Yes, they did. And also, your grandma was probably one of the people watching because the only people there were speed walkers.
The mall walkers?
Yeah, and they were, first of all, they were fast. Second of all, they didn't give a hoot what we were doing. So, like, we're in the middle, and I'm playing my snare, and we're drumming away and playing our hearts out to this music, and... You know, every once in a while, someone would stop and just, look on and smile and be like, that's cute, and walk away.
And then move on.
And when the concert was done, like, with zero fanfare and we're packing up, I remember being like, this is the saddest point of my musicianship life. Like, I'll never go lower than this. And then I was in a real band, and we'd play shows for no one, and that felt worse.
Well, at least you were in a real band. I mean, there was the highlight of my band career and performance was getting a standing ovation from the opposing team. Because they really liked us. Remember, it was Southview, I think.
Okay.
We were playing at Southview.
Yeah.
And so you played to the home team in the marching band, and we closed with Fat Bottom Girls by Queen, and we rocked that as a marching band. And so we got off. Remember, there's this one scene like, you guys are awesome. How would you rock? You guys are better than our band. I'm like, that feels good.
Yeah. That's kind of nice. And now, how was your football team?
Oh, it's terrible. Awful.
So basically, you were like the uplifting part of the game.
Oh yeah, for us, yeah, for our team, for our school, yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the concerts we've been to. Where you and I have played again concerts, broad.
Yeah, I've been in concerts, band concerts mainly.
Yeah, I've been in concerts. I played in a band, in the band in high school, and concert choir stuff.
Okay, not many garage bands in my high school wanted a trombone player. Nobody wanted a trombone player.
You were just before the hipster scene. Now everybody wants a trombone player.
I was post-ska, pre-hipster.
Oh, dude, that was like the dead zone for trombone.
Dead zone for brass.
Yeah, you found the one place where nobody needed it.
Born in the wrong time.
Unless you were in Vegas, I'm sure you could have found some work as a brasser.
Big band.
Yeah. Brasser is close to a website. So we've each been to at least our share of concerts in some way, shape, or form. So I want to talk about the first one, that you remember at least, because I'm sure maybe our parents took us to like see, I don't know, Def Leppard and don't want to tell us about it or something.
Not my dad.
No,
my dad likes concerts less than I do.
Oh really?
So go, yeah. But your first concert?
Yeah, my first concert. So we were really big into Christian music in the '90s. Like,
so was my family.
Yeah, that's like all we listened to. So the first concert I remember going to, and this turns into a weird thing, is we saw Audio Adrenaline was the main one.
Yeah.
Speaking of ska, the W's were there.
Oh, I saw them in concert.
Yeah, the W's were there.
I got to meet them.
The opener was
everywhere.
Raise. Do you remember Raise?
No.
Raise was a Christian pop group that was, if you took like parts of Destiny's Child, 1 part Destiny's Child, 3 parts like 98 Degrees, and then sprinkled in Sugar, Spice, and everything in sync, then you would have Raise.
That sounds Move on. Go on.
Sure. No. And
don't know.
they only did like cheesy Christian songs that but at the time for me, I was young. They were awesome. They were really big and dancey and techno infused. And at the end, there would always be like this big testimony from a guy named Jamark, and Jamark was like my hero at the time.
Okay.
And the first concert I went to was great. I remember loving it, and I fell in love with Rays, and I wanted to be around him all the time. Well, I got to meet them and play air hockey with the dude, like, eventually.
Oh, nice.
And 2 weeks later, I found out that he was a convicted like sexual offender.
Creepy.
For one of his backup dancers.
Oh.
And that turned into, like, this whole huge thing.
Oh.
And I remember, like, just my entire spirit being crushed because, like, my first real concert I remember was that. They were, like, this huge inspiration to me. And he was, like, the one that drove everything home. And then they were like, oh, by the way, he's kind of a creeper. And he was like, how was that air hockey? And I was like, oh.
Tainted now.
I feel like it was all innocent, but I don't remember. Now I'm kind of confused about my whole experience.
There's a few sideways glances and glares that I'm trying to reinterpret now.
Yeah, I think everything was innocent, but
I hope.
Now the old noodle is... What was your first concert?
My first concert was actually rained out.
Okay.
It was an outdoor
That's
concert.
too bad.
Here, well, actually, no. It was to my both benefit and detriment.
Mm-hmm.
It was in an outdoor concert at the Toledo Zoo. They have the amphitheater.
Okay.
And it's an outdoor theater, and they do concerts there in the summer. And it was Phil Keaggy, who I've been told is one of the world's greatest guitar players.
Okay.
And so I 7-year-old Alex was kind of excited about that.
Okay. Just the prospect.
I'm like, okay. I mean, he's one of the world's greatest guitar players. I believe when Rolling Stone was doing their top 100 guitar players at one point, just 10 years ago, somebody asked Peter Frampton, what's it like being the world's best guitar player? And he goes, I don't know, ask Phil Keaggy. And, you have this world-famous musician saying, go talk to this Christian artist.
Yeah.
Because Phil Keaggy was great.
Yeah.
I just wasn't interested. And so I was bored to tears in this concert, and it gets rained out. So they usher us into the aquarium to wait the rainstorm out. It doesn't cease. It gets harder. I mean, it starts raining more, and it starts thundering and lightning, and very, very frightening. I was afraid of thunderstorms as a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
So they canceled the concert. I'm like, I'm free.
Yeah.
I'm free.
Yeah.
This is nothing against Phil Keaggy.
No.
I don't doubt his talent.
The prospect wasn't enough to make 7-year-old Alex actually excited about this concert.
7-year-old Alex, was excited for the first hour, but then the other 2.5 began to wear out.
Yes.
And so thankfully, when he took the stage, it started to rain. I'm like, okay, it's not that I don't like him. I just don't want to sit here anymore because I'm 7. And they gave everyone free tickets when he came back in town 2 months later in the Stranahan. And I had to sit through it all over again for the full 3 hours.
Was it better? Like just sitting and enjoying it?
No, well, no. I mean, I got bored again halfway through because I was 7.
I know. You're not at that point where you just respect the musicianship for what it is. Like, you understand that it's good.
Yeah.
But you haven't gotten to the point where you're, like, watching and seeing techniques that are blowing your mind, where everybody else around you is like, huh, like drooling at the mouth.
Yeah,
you're like,
oh, man, he's so good. I'm just kind of like...
Yeah.
I know. I saw that from the first 2 songs.
Where's the rain? Yeah. Go pull a fire alarm.
Is the roof going to come off yet? And it's raining here?
So I've been to a lot of concerts in my time.
Okay. Well, you actually played in I guess we both played in real bands.
Yeah.
But you in a more respectable band, I guess.
It was towards the end.
Yeah.
It was respectable. Yeah. But of concerts I've gone to, I've had some weird things happen. Have you experienced anything odd?
I got to see Weird Al Yankovic in concert when I was in 7th grade, but it was a free concert, and it was once again outside, didn't get rained out, and I saw him from a 90-degree angle to the stage, so it was like a big speaker and then his profile.
Yeah. So not the best experience.
Not the best experience. I want to see him again because I need to redeem that concert experience.
We went to see Kesha.
Okay.
At the Fillmore, Detroit. Okay. And about an hour into the show, there's this girl in front of us, and on the floor, like we're one row up, like what it's like tiered, and you go floor to floor. There's a girl. She starts screaming that there's bugs on her. Oh. And just like thrashing on the ground. Oh. And we're like, maybe there are. So we're looking, there's no bugs or whatever, and they come down, and she was just drugged out of her mind.
Bad trip.
Yeah, bad trip. And so, like, it was weird because the whole vibe changed for a bit. Okay. Everyone was kind of just freaked out, like, around that area.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, it came back around. We were fine. We had a good time. After that, it was all great. Then we went to see Deadmau5 at the same place. Okay. And some girl kept coming to us asking, have you seen my friend Molly? We're like, you know what Molly is?
Yes.
Yeah. This was like a year and a half before Molly had like gone bad, where everybody knew what it was. And we're like, no, we told you, we don't know where your friend Molly is. And she was like, oh, okay. And would leave. And we were just like, what? I hope she finds, we hope she finds her friend. Like, where's Molly?
Innocent people. He's like, hey, do you have Molly? Do you know where Molly is?
We're like,
and then you
getting on social media. Yeah.
You're a very weird and dark, dangerous world.
Yeah. Where we're asking about Molly.
We're asking her about Molly. It's like the scene in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Where Bruce Willis finds himself in a very unfortunate situation.
Yes. Well, and then the people in front of us kind of hear us, and they start offering us like ecstasy and stuff, and we're like, no, why? What is this? And like we had unknowingly almost said like the secret password to get into like an orgy, you know, like, and everyone like thought we were friendly. And
well, you're friendly, just not in that way.
That's what. Yes. And so it got real weird from then on. We enjoyed the concert, but we just kept having this like over our shoulder type feeling, like someone's watching us, you know.
Like I've never heard of somebody almost accidentally getting into an orgy. It's either something you seek out or you don't.
Hey, you know what? In this case, we like accidentally, it's like you fell into the door that was being guarded because you were friends with the guard. I don't know.
Oh, man.
But needless to say, most concerts go flawless. You get there, you enjoy, you leave. Some...
Christian music. I went to Newsboys, I went to DC Talk. I went to a few.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, Yeah,
I saw, Newsboys and do their rotating drums and you know, they do all that junk and, good stuff.
Indeed.
But we've run into a good amount of drug and alcohol-infused oddities. So those are the two worlds.
They're very different.
Yes.
And then you have marching band.
The most prestigious.
A mixture of both.
Yeah. And then you have our band, and no one's there anyways. Yeah. So
it's story time.
So every night that we are on here with you, our lovely viewers, we would like to put you to sleep. Not by just the show itself. Maybe.
We like to read you a bedtime story.
We're calming.
So we like to put you to sleep at the end of the show. Not the beginning, not the middle, but the end. So we, each week, improv a little story for you that we pull from these cards.
Are they always normal there, Vlad?
Oh, heavens no. They are the opposite of normal. I wrote these cards.
Yes.
And there's some weird things in them.
Yes.
Some of which I don't remember because I wrote these back in September.
And sometimes we get duplicates that work out better or worse. And we never know. So today, we're going to start with a boy with no butt.
I think we've met him before.
I think we have. Now, the boy with no butt, I envy immediately. Because my derriere is large and bulbous.
Yeah, but that means you have more cushion.
For what?
For your back. You don't like have a compressed spine.
Don't worry.
You're going for more cushion for the pushing.
Hey, you know what? It's too late. The boat sailed. So the boy with no butt
lived in a prison made of candy.
So
what
how lucky to not have a butt.
Yeah, and live in a prison made of candy where he's the warden.
And you can just shove some marshmallows on there.
Yeah, just sits
they're
on
all
there.
over the place.
It's great.
But you know what? Unfortunately, his car exploded.
Which means that there's something wrong here because, obviously his car exploded, but one of the prisoners has gotten out.
Oh, because the car exploding has melted part of the candy wall.
Yes. Yes, the car exploding has melted part of the candy wall, and prisoners are now getting out.
But
fortunately, the pizza delivery man shows up because the boy with no butt, warden of a candy prison, obviously he's going to be a cool warden.
Yeah.
And so he's going to he had a pizza party all set up for the prisoners.
Right.
And the pizza delivery man shows up and he's like, you know what? Calling all prisoners, you want the pizza party? You gotta come back to prison. You don't come back to prison, we're going to shoot you. Because the only time you're allowed to legally shoot a felon or a fleeing felon is if they're escaping prison.
Is this true?
It is true.
Is it legal for like me and you?
No, for law enforcement. Not for you and I.
You see, then I would just stake it out and wait for my opportunity.
But thankfully...
Money solves everything.
Money solves everything because he pays the pizza delivery man, gets the hole in the prison fixed, all the prisoners come back.
I feel like this is a good t-shirt.
Money solves everything?
Yeah.
I think it should be Money Solves Everything Chump 2012 or 2016.
So, thank you, pizza delivery man. Usually you save us from hunger. Today, you've saved the world from felons of candy prison.
But then again, I haven't talked to anybody from Nyack.
Then again, you
in
thought that
years.
was a date, right?
Well, I wanted it to be, but I wouldn't call it that, and I can't ever call it that because it truly wasn't. Because it was never officially asked, like, hey, do you want to be here on a date with me?
Right. Okay.
So